guys, welcome back. Happy Friday. So, being it's Friday, let's talk about some of this nonsense that's going around, because that's what most of it is. And we filter through things. I talk about all the time. Filter through what is distractions, which there's some going on. If they're kind of doing the fear, playing on the fear, which they do, we know their games and whatever. So let's bring attention to a couple things. And I do want to say, so there has been warnings that have been given out to in Europe. Now remember, whatever they talk about over in Europe, things roll across the pond. That's just the way it falls. It usually starts over there, and we see it. But so warnings were given to Europe that sleeper cells could be activated across Europe over Christmas. Let me stop right there for a second. Just Josh and I had been talking for a while in some of our lives and stuff like that. That we said we just had a feeling that because people are distracted and it's the holidays and it's everything, that there was going to be some nonsense, and through Christmas, New Year's, things like that. So these warnings came out. It says Israel warned 20 European leaders. The EU this week, they were warned of huge risk of terrorist attacks. I'm just going to go for it today. Happy Friday. Over the coming weeks. It says letters were sent out to the UK, Italy, Belgium, the Netherlands, Sweden, Denmark, Czech Republic, Hungary, Greece, Germany, representatives of the European Union, and they had shared with them evidence of those type of attack concerns. So, whether it's all over. Pick your, I'm a little list of us, don't come at me and say that's mainstream or that's that or whatever. I'm just saying, because when it's kind of all over, they're trying to get that attention. Now, whether this is fear stuff, but I think that they will do things like this. We've been talking about it because there's a reason, an agenda for these type of things to happen. But it's on ABC, Jerusalem Post, even Kevin McCarthy himself came out and gave warnings. You know what everyone thinks about him. Even the U.S. Embassy in Israel, Politico, there's a whole bunch of places. So you can see it all over. And YouTube, don't get all excited with me because it's all over. Even the mainstream of everything, it's all over. So just be extra cautious. We talk about the things we should be doing that anyways. Don't be, as I call it, don't be lollygagging around. Okay? I hate to say that. And I'm not saying enjoy your life and oh my gosh, go stay, locked in your house and be fearful. I'm not saying that. But be smart. Okay? Don't, just be aware of situations that, hey, this may potentially be a higher risk situation than what said event or circumstances or area you're going is worth. Okay? Just keep those things in mind and, head always on a swivel. And I'm big on if you can't carry, then you ain't going. That's me. You do what's best for you. But so that type of stuff's going on. With that same thing, a lot of you may have seen that yesterday in New York, there were some Jewish synagogues that were attacked. We're going to keep seeing those type of things. We know they have fueled those things to happen everywhere in the world, and that, the sleeper things that go along with that, the chaos, the division, the stuff that they cause, that was going on. Those who you know me, my roots, my family, and those who live maybe in near or in those type of, those Jewish communities, be careful. Be careful. I have, I'll just say I have my, connections of those who still live, around those type of communities, and things are getting kind of, they're just having to be extra careful. So that is going on. I do know that Israel was talking yesterday about setting up a second front in Lebanon. So, Israel's not going to back down. I have my feelings on all of that. I know all fronts of the head of government. They have their own guilt in what they're doing. This is global type of thing. But the innocent people, just like if somebody judged us on our administration, we're like, wait a minute, don't judge us on that. There's innocent, down here, and we're the ones that suffer from their doings. Same thing. That's just the way I feel about it. I had put some little thing up about that. The UN Secretary General Guterres, he invoked Article 99 on Israel, which he brought attention to the Security, Council. So with that, it says, any matter which, in his opinion, may threaten the maintenance of international peace and security. It's messing up the civil order. They're saying the civil order is at risk and things like that. They always use those words. This is for your peace and your security. This is for your safety. They use those type of things. When the UN gets involved, the U.S. folds, go alongs, backs up. So that thing, everything about that came out, and then the U.S. kind of came out and was like, oh, we're kind of done. We can't fund or help anything with Israel anymore. After they've set, they've set military presence over there to make a statement. Now they're like, oh, we can't do this, because then the flip of that, they're saying, well, it's because the border crisis now. Well, they haven't been worried about the border crisis for how many years? Let them all in. Would they stock enough that they wanted to get through to do their dirty work down here? We've been saying for so long, I think, that the attacks here in the U.S., it'll be from within. I think that's how that's going to go. So now that's the flip. Oh my gosh, we got to get a hold of this. It's border crisis. We got to get a hold of it. So that's the excuse they're using. They came out and said that after the UN got involved and had their 2 cents about it. So there's that. And then also I want to go over, now this piece of information is from Appalachian PIA. I believe she's just PIA now. If you didn't see her live the other day, I think it was Tuesday, with her, myself, and just Josh, go check it out. But she wasn't going to be able to get on and do the things that she had sent me this and wanted to get it out. I've talked about a couple times, and just recently, the FCC, when they get involved in a bunch of nonsense, so they have a filing. And I'm going to attach a lot of these different articles, but they have a filing that 13 states are going to take part in experimental microwave radiation experiments from space on December 10th, 2023. That is going to last 180 days from the 10th. She wasn't going to be able to get on here before the 10th, so she sent it to me. And if you haven't seen her channel, go check it out. I'll put her link down there as well. So according to this filing, SpaceX is requesting, this in quotations, special temporary authority to conduct testing starting December 10th through a period of lasting 180 days. The goal is to test out the system in partnership with T-Mobile using the carrier's licensed microwave radio spectrum to beam satellite, and it has all these things in there what they're going to do, and it has all this technical stuff. I don't understand most of it, but they're going to do that. Now, we know that there is risk and harms for doing something like that. I do know some of the only places that were listed was the Mountain View area, California, Kansas City, Houston, Texas. I don't have a list of the 13. I have not found the list of the 13. So this experimental nature of this deployment, the different state populations being subjected to varying levels of RF radiation exposure from space, that's an experiment they're going to do. Whenever I hear like, oh, we're just going to run these experiments on people and in these certain areas, I guarantee it's not in their areas where them and theirs are. There's that ethical standard that they're not holding up. I always go back to the Nuremberg Code. I don't think any of that matters anymore. They're not being held to any of that. So I'm going to list this down here. So, and the reason I'm bringing this forward, because there's a lot of things that, we don't have any control. We can't be safeguarded from everything that's going on and we're bombarded with. We talk about it all the time. That's why we do preventive care and support our bodies, do what we can, give the rest to God. And that's the same type of thing with this is, but it's one of those things to say, okay, I've heard about this. I've looked into it. I'm going to put the link down there is, in case you're feeling weird or you're having some type of symptoms or something goes on, they're doing these things. You may be in one of those areas, or it may be some of those symptoms, and I'm not saying, oh, just chalk it off that that's what it is. Be smart, listen to your body. If you need medical attention, go do that. It may be from that. So it's something, just just being aware, knowledge is power. Doesn't mean you freak out or anything, but knowing the cause or potential of what may happen. Also, just the mental part of that, of like, okay, I know what this kind of is. It can take that either anxiety or the worry or concern or confusion away from certain things that may go on. So those are some things I wanted to share with you guys that's going on. And I still have emails I'm getting to. See the boxes back there? Amazon. Not even opened yet, but that's the season. And things are chaotic. My life is chaotic. That's just what it is. So I am behind on emails. The move, the situation with my mom, things got put on hold. We're renovating. Things were still packed while we're renovating. There's things in storage. There's things here. I got hurt. That put like a 2-week delay on a lot of things. So if I'm behind on things, I do have a lot going on, but I will get to you. You're still welcome to email me. And I'm just trying to get things out. Keep doing the things. Help each other. Stay level-headed. That's the biggest thing. Don't get all freaked out. We do our part. Give the rest to God. And then, what's going to happen? Well, it's going to happen. And there's not a whole lot we can do about it. So I want to leave that with you guys. Everyone stay well. God bless. And I will see you next time.